And so we left South Africa when I was maybe 23 years old. And so I've been an immigrant for over 20 years. And it's been a very challenging, difficult, painful, and fascinating journey. I was living in a silent land because I couldn't speak the language. And so the language barrier was tremendous. And then the cultural barrier was big as well.
Well, I don't know what the right way of describing the experience, but it is unnerving, uncomfortable, and you realize that you wear a mask a lot. You are not seen a lot. You're invisible a lot, or people react to you a lot. That's strange and different.
Unfortunately, we can experience discrimination from heterosexual folks and also lesbian and gay folks. That we can experience it from both sides. That it's like, okay, well, you're not, queer enough to be part of the queer community. You're not straight enough to be part of the straight community. Can kind of get negativity from both communities. So I think just having that experience out there in everyday life, it's fair to assume, okay, therapists might also have some of those biases.
That's true. Yeah.
For bisexual people, like invisibility can be a common theme, because like, okay, no matter who your partner is, people assume, they either assume you're straight or they assume you're gay, right? Like the assumptions are it's one or the other. So not being seen for your full identity is a common feeling.
As I think back on it, none of my therapists ever really made much of a point to talk about my culture. They were talking about my personal life, my issues, but never did they really include anything about my background, my cultural heritage. Maybe we talked a little bit about what had happened to me as an adolescent, because that was formative for me in terms of how I felt mistreated as a mix, in terms of racism,
Right.
as a teenager, but never really how my personal experiences were being somehow maybe affected by the fact that I was from another culture, and I am different because of being from another culture.
I was aware of that at some point. I began to feel somewhat frustrated with him, where I felt like I was no longer a new immigrant. I felt my identity was mostly really American and kind of pretty integrated. And yet he was very, very validating, right? He would bring up, how much I've achieved or how good my English was or whatever it was, but it no longer felt as attuned. At some point, it became more important for me to not be seen as an immigrant. Right. It is still part of who I am, but it was more important to be seen as, like just, I've been here longer than, I was there.
My name is Jila Behnad. I'm a marriage and family therapist and a certified EFT therapist and supervisor. I'm also the founder and CEO of Raha Foundation. Raha is an American-Iranian mental health organization in Northern California. I'm an American-Iranian immigrant, and I have run the Can You See Me course for therapists many times in the past few years. Can You See Me is the result of my 20-year experience as an immigrant and 10 years of experience working with immigrants. Many immigrant clients tell me about their negative experience in therapy. They feel judged and misunderstood, and I also hear from other therapists who have a hard time working with immigrants. I have interviewed many experts, bicultural mental health providers, and also bicultural clients. I put all the information in this course with the hope that it would be helpful for you to feel more comfortable to sit with an immigrant. Be aware of your internal experience. Get more in touch with your biases, which we all have. and feel more comfortable to work with clients who are different from you, different background, different sexuality, different culture. If you are interested, please check my website for more information about this course. Thank you.